So London comes home, she gets off the bus, and her hair is different than it was when I dropped her off this morning. If you saw the reel we did yesterday, the video we did yesterday, I put London's hair in a style where her curly hair was out like a really big bang here, and then it was swooped into a pretty little ponytail for her dance. And today's reel, you saw it like that again for church. And so she wore it like that for school. She actually really likes her hair like that. It's a good way to kind of allow her to wear her hair, her curls out without it being completely out. So she really likes that style. Felt really pretty. But she comes home with a messy high ponytail. And I'm like, what's going on? So apparently she had been bullied all day about her hair. They were asking her why it looks like that, and like it looks like she didn't comb it this morning, all these things. Now keep in mind, the way you saw it in the 2 reels that I just recently posted today and yesterday, it was like that. I put edge control on it, I put curl cream on it, and sent to the school, curls popping, hair slicked. So I'm confused. I'm like, what are they talking about? And so I asked her, I said, what do these girls look like that said something about your hair? She said, well, all of them had braids, they wear a little makeup, things like that. I'm like, oh, okay. You know, now my adult mind, I understand why these girls didn't necessarily understand. You know, I understand where they're coming from. They don't understand. They don't understand wearing your hair like that, wearing your curly hair. She said these girls keep braids all the time and all of that. And so it's frustrating for me because I'm the one who takes care of their hair, right? And like London's hair is the middle of her back, if not a little longer. Like I work really hard to care for these girls' heads. So hard. I don't think people understand how hard natural hair is. That it's actually harder to keep up with natural hair than it is to get braids or get a sew-in or a quick weave or whatever the case may be. I don't think people understand that. Like, and then I have 4 now, including me. And I've even had comments on Instagram and on YouTube of grown women saying I don't do my kids' hair, that I need to take out time to learn how to do my kids' hair. And I really feel like they don't, like, it's disheartening. And that's why I keep mentioning it. I know y'all probably like, didn't we just talk about this last week? Like, I'm going to keep talking about it because the standard of beauty needs to change. It needs to change. Because if my children are leaving the house, their hair is done. They're going to rock their curls. I don't care what nobody says. Like, at the end of the day, first of all, make this statement. This will be my last time getting braids. Unless I'm called on a brand trip where I'm in need of not having to have to fool with my hair because I'm doing things with the brand, which has happened before. And I'm not going to lie, braids were very helpful to me. We had a whole agenda and we had to be up by a certain time, be here by a certain time. If you've ever been on a brand trip, you know. And so if I'm called on a brand trip, I will go forth and I will get braids for that trip. But if it's not a brand trip, I'm not doing braids ever again. I've got to be the example for my kids. I actually miss my curls. And it's funny, before she came home, I actually just told Jonathan that on Thursday, I would like to take my braids down because I miss my curls. And at our gym, there's a sauna and a steam room. And so what I do after I work out, Jonathan, whenever it's wash day for me, he willingly watches, gets through his recovery, goes and gets rain and patiently waits for me in the car while I, wash my hair and steam in the steam room and things like that. So I go ahead and I sit in the sauna, I take my protein shake, And then I go into the shower, I wash my hair, I put the conditioner on, and then I go into the steam room for a few minutes, and I allow that steam to work through my hair, and then I wash that out, and then I go ahead and I do my braid up. I do my braid set. And man, it's such an amazing self-care time, and I miss it, and I can't wait till Friday. But nonetheless, like, first of all, we got to stop mom shaming. We are all out here just doing the best that we can to raise good human beings. We are all out here doing the best we can to raise good, kind, honest, trustworthy, honorable human beings. And at the end of the day, for anybody to come on a mom's post and tell them they're not doing their job, like, it may not look the way you feel like it should look, but every mom is different. Every family is different. And at the end of the day, my children are healthy, happy, and whole. Clean. And despite what you think, well maintained. So let's be mindful that behind that mom whose baby is screaming to the top of their lungs in the middle of a grocery store, behind that mom, because rain is spoiled and rain is this and rain is that, right? Get that too. Behind that mom whose kids go to school looking like they ready for some glamour shots but come home looking like they got into a whole fight. Remember that at the end of the day, there are feelings. There's a mom that is literally trying her best. There is a mom that is literally doing everything that she can, sacrificing herself, sacrificing so much to ensure that her children are happy, healthy, and whole. Just keep that in mind. Secondly, while I understand that I share my family on these social media platforms, and so I kind of subject us to the negativity, why? Why does there have to be negativity? Why, if you don't have anything kind to say, you can kind of keep that to yourself or chat it up with your girlfriends? Why can't you remember that your negative energy can impact someone else's day? Why can't you remember that at the end of the day, your negativity could cut somebody deeper than you may ever know behind these videos, behind this phone? That there's a human being that created this content that is watching and seeing your negativity. Sorry, y'all, I had to come in the house to get the phone and charge it. It was dying. But I was saying, some of the ways, I feel like a lot of things that keeps us from what God has for us, a lot of the time is because we don't know how to walk away from the things that don't serve us. If the content don't serve you, you keep scrolling. Just keep going. Like, literally, I do it every day. Jonathan does it every day. We may talk about it amongst ourselves, but we literally don't comment negativity on nobody's post. The only time you'll see something that's not necessarily for the poster or in agreement with the poster is if it's like something on the Shade Room and I'm trying to like empower women, other women, to like choose wisely when it comes to love. That's it. 3, if you out here trying to rock your curls, if you're out here trying to embrace the hair God gave you, if you're out here trying to love yourself in your natural state, listen, keep going. Don't let anything you see on social media, anything you experience in your day-to-day life make you feel like you are not enough without a silk press braids or a sew-in or a wig. You are more than enough. And at the end of the day, if that's what you want to do, you do it, and you do it proudly, boldly, and don't change it for nobody. And if it's not what you choose to do, that is perfectly fine. I understand and I respect it. Please have that same understanding and respect for those who do. I will take London out of school. I will move her to a new school. I will do anything to protect her and the mindset that she is beautiful no matter what, by any means. And that's just what it is. Before I allow her to change herself because of this world, I will educate her by other means.
That's right.
And we are in agreement with that.
Yes.
This is the third time my child's experienced this in school.
Yeah, I'm not going to allow anybody to make my child change her appearance to their likeness because they are insecure with their own selves. Mm-hmm. That's one thing we got to really just teach all our people to stop making us feel like we're inferior because our hair is not in a certain kind of style, a certain kind of way that we won't get accepted. Because
Mommy. So, thank you for listening. Yes, baby.
I want.
Oh, you want a lot. You always want something. Thank y'all for listening. I love y'all. And this ain't going to be the last time you hear about this. Because as long as I continue to get those negative comments, as long as my child continues to get bullied at school, I'm going to see a need to advocate for natural beauty. I'm going to see a need. I have worked so freaking hard to love myself the way I am, to love my skin the way it is, to love my hair the way it is, while also putting in the work to help it thrive, while also putting in the work to heal my skin, while also putting in the work to heal my hair from postpartum. Like at the end of the day, I have done the hard work and I have worked way too hard to